Mr. Jerry Vaval. What's going on, brother?
JTG, let's get it.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
You're not gonna sing the song?
Jingle bell, Jerry smells, Jono laid an egg.
Hey, let's welcome the audience to another episode of Giant Fundamentals, the podcast dedicated to empowering men by tackling the vital issues of mental health, bro. It's been a while since it's just been me and you. So, how's your heart? How's your mind? How's your body? What are you grateful for?
Man, I'm grateful for our relationship. That's number one. We just had,
Hey,
powwow right before the podcast, man, and just being able.
yeah,
I recognize because, as a therapist, I'm not dealing with giving therapy to other men. A lot of men, bro, don't have just one friendship that they can speak to and be like, yo, just be honest in how they feel without any judgment.
mm-hmm.
And we really underestimate that, man. So I'm grateful for that. I'm feeling good overall because I'm looking forward to Christmas. Honestly, bro, this is the first year I've ever been excited about Christmas, and I'm anticipating Christmas, man. I got my sister coming up. Got a couple of friends and their kids coming up, and yeah, putting up the tree, doing these different things. I'm actually genuinely excited about it, and for me, the thing that's more important is because I'm like, that means I'm healing. That's
Mm.
everything to me always goes back to that. It's like when I start to feel differently about something, I'm like, oh, that means I'm healing. Because growing up, I had a very poor relationship when it came to the holidays because I wasn't getting gifts. There was no family coming around. It was just, okay, just not in school. And that's it. And I was like, that was the bar. Like, oh, hey, no school for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into the Christmas spirit, though I've been married for 14 years, I had my kids, for the last 10 years. I'm literally now just starting to like embrace and just enjoy this time of the year.
No, that's amazing. Man, you said a lot. And I want to thank you for our friendship, our relationship as well. And to the point of what you said about decorating and having the kids over, I was just like, okay, we had the seasonal depression episode. So I was like, yo, let me go to Target. Let me get some decorations. Cause walking into your crib over the last couple of weekends, and just seeing the tree, I'm like, oh man, that it brought a good feeling to me. So even though I live alone now, I just wanted to be able to replicate that in my own situation. So just buying little ornaments and putting it on the counter, I'm like, wow, it feels good to see that. And now I'm gonna have the kids over. They're gonna help me, do some things around the house for the holidays. So that's definitely great. My mind feels good. My body feels good. My heart feels good. And another reason why I'm grateful for our relationship is when I think about my romantic relationships, you've always, at least for the last, 15, 16, 17 years, damn, I don't know how long we've been tight like that, but it's been a while. You've always been an advocate, right? You've always been someone that, even though you may be biased to me because you're my friend, you've always tried to be objective. You've always tried to play referee to the best of your ability. You've always tried to get me to see different things and see both perspectives. And I appreciate it. That's why I texted you last night, which was probably timely. I was like, yo, I love you. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
So
I love you.
the reason I want to make this clear. The reason I'm able to do that for you is because you allow me to. It's a two-way street.
Mm.
'Cause, yeah, I'm not gonna mention anybody's names, but I have other friends that they need that, but they don't allow me to. So, and it's not like they're telling me something like, "Oh, I don't want you to go there." You can feel somebody's energy and somebody's spirit and how they shut things down. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to disrespect your boundary. That's not what you want. We're going to keep the conversation in sports. We're going to keep the conversation in movies. We're going to keep the conversation in entertainment. I'm not going to go there with you. I care enough. And that's something I had to learn. You have to care enough about someone to recognize, like, oh, this is what they want and this is what they don't want. If you really care about them, you don't try to force your weight on them. And oh yeah,
Mm,
but I hear people say, oh yeah, but they need it. They need it. It's like they probably do, but do they want it? And if they don't
mm.
want it, you're going to actually make that person distance themselves from you, and you're going to become a nuisance.
Talk about having a Christmas wish list. Yo, with that being said,
Mm.
what is the M&Ms this week? Mental health music.
The mental health music. So it's a song by Kanye West, and on his not it's his second to last album, the Donda album,
Oh, no, okay.
with Andre 3000. It's called Life of the Party. So in this song, there's like they're talking to Kanye's mom.
Mm,
Andre 3000, his lyrics just it be going over a lot of people's heads. And so I had to literally Google it, and I'm like, oh, I really understand the depths of what he's saying. He says,
mm,
Miss Donda, you see my father, please ask him why. He never married, always smiled, but was he happy inside?
mm.
Because I carried my mother's name, did he carry shame with him? I'm sure she did it out of spite. It was a decision at birth. Shit, she probably was hurt. Our poor baby, two young people with different views, a lot for a young lady. No coincidence, they both passed away from heart conditions.
Wow.
Yes. You know how many times I listened to that song and I recited the lyrics and I know the lyrics, but it's not until I read it, I was like, oh my goodness. So, what I'm getting out of this is 3000 is speaking to Donda, to Kanye's mom from heaven, and he's asking her questions about
Hmm.
his father and asking her to ask his father these things so he can get an answer. But then the dynamic, I don't, the relational dynamic between his mom and his dad that he's bringing into the picture is so telling. It's like, um, yeah, why didn't my dad ever get married? He looked happy, but was he really happy inside himself? He always smiled, but was he really happy? And that's what a lot of us do. It's like we're showing up, we're masking. That's exactly what that is. It's like,
Hmm.
oh, people ask you, hey, how's everything going? Oh, everything's good, man. How's the family? This and that and that. But your life is in shambles. Like
Hmm.
you're not doing good at work. You have a poor relationship with your kids. You have terrible relationships. You're about to get a divorce, but you're acting like everything is all good.
Hmm.
And then he goes on and says, well, maybe my dad is hurt because out of spite, my mom didn't give me his last name.
Hmm.
But she did that because herself, she was hurt, right? So it's like he's looking at both sides very objectively. And I love that, looking at the entire picture. So he's
Hmm.
siding with his dad, but he's also saying, yeah, my mom did this, but I could see why she did this because she was.
Hmm.
And then he goes on and says, um, two young people with different views, a lot for a young lady. No coincidence, they both passed from heart conditions. It's like, at the end of the day, he's like, they both were very hurt people.
Hmm.
So maybe it's not a coincidence that they both passed away from heart issues.
And when you talk about that relational dynamic, right? I also see it from this. In addition to what you said, Kanye had a tight relationship with his mom. Andre 3000 didn't have a tight relationship with his dad because of the situation. So he's like, yo, your mom's there? Check it. Can she do me a favor? Because I know she's, you know what I'm saying? She's the conduit. So
Yeah.
she was like, and at the same time, he's showing like, yo, I love my dad, but we're not really close and I'm a little ashamed. Hey, were you feeling this? Because this is what I saw.
Mm,
Can you ask him for me? It's
yeah.
like, yo, can you see the third degree of separation that's happening? Even in that, like, there's so much poetry.
Yo, so much poetry in that thing. Oh my God. It's amazing the way he
It's like
paints.
he's also telling Kanye, I wish the relationship you have with your mom, I also wish I had with my dad so I can ask him directly.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So that, yeah, Andre always been special.
Always.
Yeah, to
Always.
retire and play a flute, that's dope.
And then get more record sales than, or get more streaming than every other artist, all the older artists. Because I have more streaming than Jadakiss, than Nas, and all these guys that were coming out with music at that time.
Yeah,
He was more streaming than all of them from his flute.
from the flute. No words.
No,
That's
I'm,
crazy. For sure, for sure. I mean, and you brought up a good topic for us today that we should talk about is how we can have that Christmas spirit all year long.
yeah,
And I'm interested to hear what you got to say about this because growing up Haitian, I don't even think I similar to you. I didn't have no Christmas spirit during Christmas because it was just another day off from school, and the way we grew up, even in the religion too. There's no like did Christmas what? It's just another day, and I don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at it because this year I didn't get my kids anything for Christmas, and I don't feel guilty. You know what I mean? And I'll be able to have a conversation with them like, hey, just
yeah,
we're not in a position to do it, and it's not that big of a deal, you
mm,
know. But I know for a lot of other people, I had people at work that are stressing because they're not able to get Christmas gifts. So, with that being said, how can people have that Christmas spirit all year long so that they don't experience this type of mental anguish?
yeah. So the way I came about with this topic is just in reflection,
Mm,
because again, like I expressed, this is the very first Christmas that I actually am anticipating it, and I'm excited about it.
mm-hmm,
So I've always seen other people very excited about this time of the year.
mm-hmm,
It's my first time, so it's new for me. So in my mind, I'm like, why is it that we're waiting for 1 month of the year, maybe a month and a half if you want to include Thanksgiving,
mm-hmm,
to actually feel good about life?
mm,
Why are we waiting for the last month and a half of the year to actually want to be generous and give and to be very intentional to see what would this person like? What would that person like? Why are we waiting to the end of the year to actually like shower ourselves, like put on good clothes, buy new things, and just getting in the spirit of like, wow, this is the time of year where it's just like, oh, it's amazing. And you can feel amazing about yourself, your situation, and people around you. Why are we waiting to the last month and a half of the year? That was my initial thought.
mm-hmm,
And for me, it's as if we are waiting for a time. Ah, better yet, this is what we do as human beings. We are waiting for a situation to make us happy instead of creating and infusing happiness into a situation.
right.
You're
So
gonna
I
say,
was gonna say it's like we're waiting. We're thinking one meal is gonna make us skinny instead of adding healthy meals into our diet.
yes, that's a good analogy. Yep, yep. So for me to go into the topic, go into today's topic, for me, I'm like, I feel like the way that we could actually make this holiday spirit stream through our entire lives is by one, gratitude. Like everything that happens in our lives, anything that happens, you can find a way to be grateful for it. Because the thing about it is the holiday season, it's a spirit, it's an energetic thing. So you can literally take the spirit, the energy from this season and apply it in your life. So, or throughout the course of your life. So, gratitude and giving, being intentional, those three things right there, you can do those things all the time.
Mm-hmm,
And the thing about it is, I noticed that a lot of people are not necessarily worried about, to a certain degree, not really worried about money per se.
mm-hmm,
People are finding a way to make sure that they can enjoy themselves and do certain things.
right.
So, why can't we take that same spirit and find a way throughout the course of the year, whatever goals we have? Why don't we find a way throughout the course of the year to actually like achieve those goals? Because it's literally energy, it's a spirit. You're trying to find a way to make sure that everyone around you and yourself is having the best time possible.
Mm-hmm,
And clearly, like you said, you see people at work, they're stressing themselves out, trying to find a way, Christmas gifts, this and that, so on and so forth. And, stress is a part of life, but I'm not trying to overly stress myself out. But
Right.
the point is, you're finding a way to make the time special.
Mm-hmm.
So why are we waiting the last month and a half of the year to make our situations special and feel good?
To answer your question is because nobody's given us permission to. So one thing I loved about my therapist, and I would almost for sure, I go through an emotional roller coaster in therapy sessions. But he would, if I'd say I'm not crying this time, this would always make me cry. Because he said, what do you want to give yourself permission to let go of
Right.
and to keep?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, damn, boy, I thought I almost made it. And I would break down because a lot of us, especially when we talk about that hurt little boy inside of us, we
Yeah.
just want the permission
Yeah.
to do it. And because everybody's in a holiday spirit, we feel like this is the permission. You can,
Yeah,
yes.
man. Shout out to Giancarlo, man.
Carlo be with the truth. So he always say, what do you want to give yourself? He's giving me that authority
And
to
kid.
tell that little child aside, what do you want to give yourself permission to leave here
Good one.
and to do? So
That's
please.
a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, the holiday season is giving us the permission.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. So then now we have to be able to take ownership of our lives and give ourselves permission to do that throughout the course of the year. However, it's challenging when you were not empowered and given
Mm.
permission when you were young. So for my parents out there who want to give their kids so much for this holiday season, let's take it a step further and let's start looking at the the micro the how do you say it? The micro interactions that we have with our kids.
Mm.
Every interaction you have with your kid is either you're empowering them or disempowering them. Is either you're giving them permission or you're not giving them permission. So for me, that's the best gift that you can give. Because as you
Mm.
said, it's like, yeah, you're right. It is about permission.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, we're waiting for that time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving something here with that. Like, yo, now I was like, okay, I got to give my kids permission to, that's how you empower them, and then
Mm-hmm.
that as a result is like they're not waiting for a time to be happy. They're not waiting for
Correct.
gifts. They're not waiting for these things. It's like it's already a part of their existence.
Exactly. And how impactful would it be is, like you said, it's an energy that every time your kids come home from school, from wherever, they bring their family back. And it could be the middle of July and it feels like Christmas.
Yeah.
So that being said, a hot Christmas. Well, it's Miami, Florida. It's hot down here. With that being said, bro, I love you.
I love you too, man. Christmas time is here, bitch.
Yo, Joe's on tea every year.
All right, bro.
Later.
Thank you so much for joining us. And remember, the man that says he can and the man that says he can't are both right. Which one are you?
Street cred was a major priority, and no respect for any authority. If you love school, you were in the minority. Can't be yourself, only way was conformity.